So these are the favourite pieces of equipment in the studio, that the ones that I go to over and over again and form part of the Lamb sound. So Mac Pro, this is a brand new 6-core, 16 gig of RAM, optimized for Ableton. Very powerful, very cool. So turn this on, and we've got a turn on the mic pre's now. So powering Lou's mic, it's a UAD 6176, which is kind of based on a classic Bill Putnam design. Really fat, and it's got built-in 1176 compressor. Got a Manly Verumu, which is doing about sort of 3 or 4 dB of compression over the vocal. API 512s, which I use for powering the piano and inserting the synths across and stuff. Then the desk is a controller, it's a Mackie control. I've got 16 channels on that. Speakers I use are Event Opals, which I find awesome. Also got some Genelec speakers. Both the Events and Genelec have got subs, so I can really see what the bottom end is doing. Then synthesizers, I've got these 2 awesome old synthesizers from the 70s, and these are featuring a lot on this new record. There's a Korg MS-20 and also a Roland SH-09, and both the Roland and the Korg have inputs, so I can quite often run vocals or drums or whatever I'm running through to fatten them up and use the filters. Very cool bits of kit. And then sort of more modern synths, I've got a Nord lead, which is just, we've had since our first album. It's just a great all-round instrument. Prophet 08, Dave Smith Instruments, which is great, really nice pads, warm, analog kind of feeling, slightly out of tune, but yeah, it's got a really lovely sound. And then an SV1, which is more like pianos and Rhodes, and it's got a lovely weighted keyboard for me to play other things on. I've also got a push controller, which is a dedicated Ableton controller, which is just really awesome for getting parameters, changing parameters in Ableton. In the live room, I've got a piano, which is a Yamaha, it's an MC301, which is an import from Japan, but I really like the action on it. And over that are a pair of Coles microphones, ribbon microphones from the 70s. These are beautiful, they kind of roll the top end off in a really, really gorgeous way. And they're being powered by the API 512 mic pre's. And I'm quite often using the Apollo. I've got a UAD Apollo, which is the audio interface, which is brilliant. And it's got some emulations of Neve 1073s, which actually sound really, really good. So I've been using that quite a lot as well. And then I've got a Fender Rhodes, and I've got 2 Moog pedals over this just to give it a much more distinctive sound. Ring mod and a filter, low pass filter. And I use the Coles again for the Rhodes, and I've got a pair of 58s, Shure 58s on the cab if I want a more direct sound, but usually blend the 2 sounds. It's pretty awesome because I've got the screen in here is also linked to the Mac Pro, so I've got 4 screens, 3 in the control room and 1 in here, so I can engineer and produce from either room, which is really handy. For Lou's vocal, we use a awesome Neumann M149, which is actually my favourite microphone in the world, I think, even compared to 47s and stuff, in terms of one, all-around great sounding microphone. I used this with so many different artists and sound great. Also an Electro Voice RE20, which is this funky looking microphone, and that is good for kind of distressed or distorted sound, so I can actually put it through an amp or something so Lou can hear it as it's going down, and that will then affect her performance and how she actually delivers. So you usually record onto both and then you decide later which one to use.